Hi ladies, this is Aoife again from womenshealthdublin.ie, and this video I'm just going to talk about the fourth trimester and my experience of the fourth trimester. Now I'm going into my 12th week, so I'm coming to the end of my fourth trimester, and the first thing I want to say was so different to my first baby or my first pregnancy because it was just way less scary. I've seen loads of things on social media about moms just being so anxious and not enjoying the newborn stages and the early weeks, and then, feeling so much more relaxed as the baby gets bigger. But I was the exact same in my first pregnancy. And I just think it again just comes with experience. Like this time, you're just not half as scared when the baby cries or their belly button falls off. And for me, I was way more observant of her sleep and being tired and when she needed to sleep, and using the sling 1,000 times more, especially in the house, whatever, about going out for a walk. When you have a toddler or other kids around, sometimes you just can't, so stick on the sling and they'll sleep in the sling. So I was way more conscious from those early weeks about her needing to sleep, so then she's not overtired and she's not losing it. She also was a great little feeder and fed every 3 hours instead of every two, so that was such a difference. However, I breastfed my first little boy for 6 months. I told myself between pregnancies I'm not breastfeeding the next time. Because it was so hard at the start. I felt like it nearly took from my, mothering experience or enjoying baby. But this time then when I was pregnant, I was like, oh, I'm definitely breastfeeding. The hormones kicked in. But I was really shocked that it hurt again. It really hurt, like nearly as bad as the last time. It just didn't last as long, but I thought it wouldn't hurt at all. It did. And then I said it to my friends and they were like, yeah, totally hurt the second time. Never knew that. Anyway, I did it and now she's still breastfeeding away and it's brilliant. It's just getting through those first couple of weeks and you're already a bit wrecked and shocked to the system. You've this new baby and your boobs are killing you. So it doesn't help. But I'm sure it was the latch and all that, but that your boobs toughen up and you get through it and then it's the best thing in the world. So I'm so glad I did it. But warning, you definitely do hurt again. And then other things to say, definitely was way less tough on myself about the house. But like, I still think I'm one of those people, like, if the house is a mess around me, it makes me feel stressed. So it's easy for people to say, ignore the house, but that can be hard. I've kept my cleaner once a week, so she does a proper clean, and that makes me feel better. And then if I can just keep the place tidy, again, sling, hands free, you can actually clean and tidy while baby's asleep. That is just brilliant. Instead of sitting on the couch, looking around at everything going, oh my God, I really want to clean that kitchen. Maybe not everyone's like that. I'm like that. But look, it's okay for the house to go awful, and it's okay if you don't eat good dinners every day. I had a delivery of Kayla's Kitchens from one of my friends, and they were really nutritious, like stews and lentil curries and full of veg. So that was, I have found, really good in those early weeks, that I could stick them on and actually feel like I'm eating well. Very easy for mum and dad to just go, feck it, get a takeaway tonight, or just do something easy, or I'm not in the mood, or like, it's really easy just to let nutrition slip. So either try and get dad or partner or mums or families to drop you over food or to cook a bit more for you. And if that's not happening, get some ready meals or eat some soup or frozen veg. So even if you're having a pizza or fish and chips from the freezer, just stick the frozen veg on with it, quick and easy, or making smoothies. So there's ways of getting, that good, healthy nutrition into you, because you are trying to recover. That's my big thing. You, mum, are trying to recover. It's not about breast milk or baby, it's about you. So we can all just say it's so hard to eat well and just reach for the sugar, and you're so tired, and drink loads of coffee, and that's fine. But try and get a bit of fruit and veg in your diet, whatever way you can, okay? Don't worry, like, some nights I didn't brush my teeth. Weeks I didn't have a shower for 2 or 3 days, and I just used baby wipes under my arms and stuff and a bit of dry shampoo. Lockdown definitely didn't have as many people come to my house, so I didn't feel as bad about that. But yeah, even when I was out in the park, stink or whatever. So just not to be so tough. Like, sometimes it's hard for mums some weeks just to even go, I haven't even got a shower, I just want to shave my legs. No doubt fake tan or fucking doing your hair really well. And even in this fourth trimester, you could be flying it at 7 or 8 or 9 weeks. I'm in a rhythm, I'm getting all this done. And then at 10 and 11 weeks, I've found, like, oh oh my God, I haven't had a shower for a few days again. Like things get on top of you, or maybe the person who was helping you, Dad, is now really busy. So just know that there'll be ups and downs of like you're really struggling, then you're doing great, then you're struggling again. Um, and so trying to just know you're going to come through it again. Sleep again is the biggest thing. Like sleep, 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 whether it be naps in the day, get to bed early, get to bed early for the whole of the fourth trimester, like 8 o'clock, half eight. Even if you're winding down for half an hour reading a book, get to bed early. That's when babies do their best sleep, is the start of the night. And I know you've heard my tips about letting babies stay downstairs with your partner, dad or mum or whoever while you get a sleep in. But for the whole fourth trimester, you as a mum just need to prioritize your sleep. You wake up in the middle of the night, that's when you can watch your phone or check your Instagram or write messages or whatever you need to do. But just get yourself to bed early, because sleep is key. When you're not sleeping well, that's when you get really upset, lose your patience, think you're kind of struggling with a bit of depression, so just get to sleep. Okay, if you take nothing else from this, that's what you take. Other things is just even your mental health, mum. So like if you're struggling with your mental health, if you're feeling sad and anxious all the time, please see your GP, please do. But if you're having just the odd day of feeling overwhelmed or crying for no reason, again, postnatal hormones. So once you feel like you come through that and you're happy again a day or two later, great. But if you're struggling to get through that, please go and contact your GP and talk to them and see what's the best option for you. Okay. So sleep, nutrition. I'm not an expert on either of them, but I've just told you what you kind of need to do just to get it in there, right? Because it's hard in these first few weeks. And then the last thing is exercise. And of course, as a physio, I am all about exercise, but it is so good for your mood. This is not about losing weight. It's about making you strong, helping you to be able to lift baby around, helping you to get your energy levels up, get your serotonin going, get your mood lifted. So it's really hard to fit it in. But as you know, I've done my lives from 6 weeks to 12 weeks every single morning for 15 minutes. And I do believe we all have 15 minutes in our day. So even if you're just like, Dad, can you just bring baby for a walk and let me do this? Or even in the evening before you go to bed, baby's asleep from 8 to 8:15. I'm going to do that, have my shower and get to bed myself. So 15 minutes every single day or Monday to Friday would be brilliant if you can achieve it. Of course, postnatal Pilates, exercise classes, yoga, even getting to your baby boot camps, as long as they're done with the right person. Check your postnatal coach. What training do they have? Their background. It's not good enough just to say, oh, they had their own baby. Oh, she's a mum of two. They have to have done specific training. You don't want them to be pushing you or damaging your pelvic floor. You need to make sure you're picking the right person. And once you do, if you can get out to those classes, brilliant. But if you're struggling at home and you can't get out and you're like, all I can get is walking done, then look at something like your Zoom classes or follow the lives I did, just to get that little bit done every single day. Pelvic floor, pelvic floor, pelvic floor, obviously. Have you been watching me and everything I say? No jokes. And then glutes, abs, legs, back. We want everything strong again. Pregnancy is a long marathon. You are deconditioning. Even if you're doing loads of exercise, your body's still getting weak and stretched. So we need to try and help it, okay? Again, it's not about weight loss. There's a lot of bad blood out there for putting pressure on women trying to get back to their shape. But what I would say is when you eat well, sleep well, and exercise, you feel better. So maybe the scales, you're like, deadly, I can fit my jeans. But like, you're just feeling better doing those things. So even if you eat a pack of cookies every day and you're not losing weight, but then you're eating all your fruit and your veg and your exercise and sleeping, that's what I care about. So what I do want is that you feel better, and that by the end of this fourth trimester, you're starting to a little bit feel like you've recovered from pregnancy and you've recovered from labour. And obviously we've lots of hard work to do with babies still to go, but that you, mum, are starting to feel a little bit like your whole self, okay? And that it's just okay if some days don't go well and you don't get to look after yourself or have your bath or have your shower. If you don't get to see your friends and you feel like you're losing touch with people, that time will come again. You will get back out, okay? So don't worry about that. Just look after you and baby and those, list of things that you want to achieve. And again, on this second time, I really feel like I'm way more, welcoming of the fact, or understanding that mums have to do all the work. Like, I really fought that in the first baby, like feeling resentful, feeling like this is not fair. Why is it all on me? It kind of is all on you. Even if your husband's brilliant, my husband is brilliant, but like, I'm still going to do 70% of the work. He's going to disagree, but it's true. Whereas this time, I have not been so angry about that. I've just been like, that's what's going to happen. So just deal with it and get in a routine and find your feet. It's about you as your person getting your shit together, okay? As good as they are. So that's my 4th trimester summary. Personally, I had way more pelvic health issues on this pregnancy. I'd already had a big baby. My bump was huge. Maisie was 11 pounds. So I definitely had a bit more pelvic health issues, but I've been rehabbing every day. I'd say I'm 85% better. I don't have pain anywhere, but definitely weakness. And I'm still a bit slow at my walking. But I am practicing what I preach. I'm doing my rehab every day. I'm doing my pelvic floor work. I'm progressing it all. And I'm feeling stronger and stronger. And it just does take time. It's not a case of 3 weeks of these exercises, you're flying it. 6 months to really see a major difference, and you just want to keep up with it and keep motivated if you can, because you've been rested. And before you have to get back to work and start juggling everything even more. So look, they're my little lessons learned from this 4th trimester. Different for me on the second time round. Very little of this has been about the baby, because I'm trying to look after the mums here. If you want baby advice, go somewhere else, because I'm just winging it. No, she's so good. But look, if you've been really anxious and you feel like you've let a lot of things slip, this is just normal, especially on your first baby. And if you've 2 other kids running around and you feel the same because you've loads of kids and you can't keep track of them all, again, it's normal. This too shall pass. So mums, just look after yourself, look after your food intake, look after your little bit of exercise, and look after your sleep as much as you can. And don't be up watching TV at night with dad. Get to bed early, okay? My take home messages. And that's me signing out from the 4th trimester. Aoife from womenshealthdublin.ie.